Good morning, everyone. Whew. Depends what time you actually looking at this video. It's daylight for me here in Florida. It's a little chilly out there, but it's not that bad. So today, my video is gonna be actually, you know, educate some plumber that actually might not know what I'm about to talking about. Um, it's this guy here, expansion tank. So as you guys can see, the old tank doesn't have one. That's okay. Back in the day, or sometimes plumber not knowing how to install one. But by the way, that's a natural gas water heater. So I'm about to replace for one of my customer, one of my loyalty customer. I'm about to install one for him with the new water heater. So why do you need a tankless, expansion tank? Excuse me. This system or this little tank here called expansion tank. Why do you need one? So if you guys are a plumber and you look at the instruction manual, you will see one. So that's mean you better have one installed than not have it. All right. It's because they know the necessity of the expansion tank. That's the reason. If you look at the instruction manual, how to install a water heater, you will see they put one, and you install that on your whole side of your water heater. So long story short, if you went to school for plumbing, they might not, explain you exactly why you need one. But if they do, good. You need an expansion tank for, a multiple reason. You need one for multiple reason. So reason number one, as I always, tell my my friend that's actually working in Florida. Remember, each community you're working, especially in Florida, they do have backflow preventer. So they really put one. You might not see it, but yes, there is one. There's a backflow preventer in the community. So they do that for what reason? And it's already, you know, talk to themselves. Like we're talking about like expansion tank, you're talking about backflow preventer. So when you do you're talking about backflow preventer, it's to prevent, either back siphon or it's to prevent contamination to the municipal water system. So let's say you living in a community, right? And then you have someone that's doing so like let's say pest control guys, they come in at your house, they try to mix some chemical, they use your garden hose and whatnot, and by using your garden hose to mix in some chemical, and they dump that garden hose inside the bucket with chemical in it. The fire, department doing some flushing on the fire hydrant. If they doing that, or they doing some work in the community, they cut the main line, and this guy, who's doing your pest control don't know. So there's a negative pressure there. So it could siphon that chemical going back into municipal water, and that can contaminate, a bunch of people. So we don't want that happen. So that's called, backflow preventer. But the expansion tank, you need it on your water heater. Any place there's a backflow preventer. So in Florida, we have backflow preventer almost every community you guys work. So it is very important to have an expansion tank. So in other words, or in other tips I can give you guys, you really need in order, and I'm an expansion tank. Once you have this thing here called TMP, temperature pressure relief valve. So sometimes I have customer that's called me, hey Hiram, the problem I have here, I still have drip on this valve here. It's called TMP. So once that happened, it's because sometimes, like I was mentioned earlier, if they doing some work on the water main, sometimes exceed the pressure, and then that could cause the TMP valve, affect. In any place there's hot water or water is boiling, and the tank it's expands. It's expanded by volume. So that it's all different, necessity. So you really need to install an expansion tank in your water heater. A lot of guys doesn't, really pay attention or don't care about why you need an expansion tank. Okay, so how to install one? So they sell them different places. I don't have to name any place because they don't pay me for that. So they sell them, any plumbing supply place. So once you buy one, it's already pre-charged. All right, it's already pre-charged between 20 to 40, I think, psi of air. But to install one, before you even do that, I see guys buy it and then put it in the water heater or install it in the water heater without knowing why or how to install one. So before you even do that, or you shut the valve through the whole house, you check your water pressure first. So what I do, since they pre-charge it like 20 to 40 psi, so you need it to be equal with the water pressure that's coming inside the house. So if you lower it down, or you don't put it equal to the water pressure coming into the house, or you might probably pressurize it 5 psi higher, but when you below like 20 psi below, 40 psi below the water pressure coming into the house, so if there's any problem, either at the same pressure coming to the house, so that's mean that expansion tank it's not exist no more. It will just let things happen. Everything will bypass that expansion tank, and it will affect whatever that's need to be, affected. So first, before you shut the water, because that's the first thing you guys do, is to shut the water before you install your water heater. So you check the water pressure first. You should check the water pressure. Right now I have 70, psi. So I'm actually going to fill up my expansion tank to put it equal with the water pressure that's coming into the house. So stay tuned, guys. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna install this water heater. It's a natural gas water heater. So I hate this system, the way they actually do it. Flex pipe, I don't do that, because in Florida you could use CPVC, you could use PEX, but today I'm planning to use CPVC because we already have CPVC coming off the wall, so I'm gonna keep CPVC, but this valve I will definitely change this valve because it's already seized up. So I'm either gonna use a ball valve, brass ball valve. Depends how this pipe is, because sometimes they put them inside a wall. It's not, strapped properly. They don't secure it. If they didn't secure it right, I will keep, I'm gonna cut this valve and put another one just like this. But when I check it, if it's pretty, stable, it's secure, I'm gonna use a ball valve, a shark bite, ball valve, so that will never be, seized up. It's gonna be like lifetime warranty. So stay tuned, guys. I'm gonna get you guys some more picture or video how things going to be happen today. Thanks for watching HIP Home Service.